Hey everyone, welcome to our weekly Team Aspire Zoom meeting. Today is May 24th, 2016. I just realized my phone's beeping at me, so I'm going to mute it here so it doesn't drive you guys crazy. So thank you for joining us live or on the recording. We have a few announcements. So we have our biggest slim down contest ending this week. So Sunday is the last weigh-in day for that. Everybody has to weigh in on Monday. So if they can't weigh in on Monday for some odd reason, people are traveling, don't have their scale, etc., make sure they weigh in early. We're not going to accept late weigh-ins. So up until now, we have accepted weigh-ins on Tuesdays just to give people a little bit of extra time. But when it comes to the end of the contest, everyone has to weigh in the same day just to make it fair because we want to give everyone extra days. So they have to weigh in on Monday. If they can't, have them send it in on Sunday. So I'm going to be announcing the question of the week on Friday. I've been kind of waiting later this time just because of people trying to weigh in early. But I'm going to be doing that on Friday just for people who fall into that category that need to weigh in early. So make sure that people know that. Also, they have to have 75 points this contest. We have added bonus points so they can get extra points. So just make sure that anybody who doesn't have 75 points yet, they know that they need those, because if they don't have 75 points, they're not going to get the cash prizes. And we hate that when that happens, when somebody loses a weight but doesn't do enough posting and then they can't get the cash prizes, because that is one of the rules. So just make sure that you're on top of it as a coach and as a contestant too, that you have enough points. Our next biggest slim down, we're looking at starting probably in July. I'm going this weekend to go meet with the developer. So I'm going to be sitting down talking to him. We're going to come up with a plan with the website, all that kind of stuff. And so we're going to kind of figure out when the next one's going to start. I'm aiming for July. We'll have to see how everything's looking for the website. So that heads up about that. Our next challenge group is going to be starting next Monday. So right after the biggest slim down contest stops, we're going to have one starting on the 30th. So any new people, any people who didn't, who haven't been in a group for a little while, who has Beachbody Workout and Shakeology, anyone who's coming out of the contest, they want to keep going, roll them into that group. I'm going to be opening it here in the next couple days, so I'll post a link in our group so that everybody can have somewhere to go. So we don't want anyone to be kind of flailing around with nowhere to go. And then there's also another challenge group starting that Vanessa and Brittany and Judy are starting, called the Bikini Boot Camp, that they have invited the rest of the team to join. It's starting on June 21st. So same type of deal, just regular challenge group. June 1st? Oh, I read that wrong. Okay, June 1st
to June 21st.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, so yeah, we have that starting as well. So if you guys want to put someone in there instead, that's awesome. Okay, so thank you for clarifying that. I thought it was starting June 21st. So they're both basically starting at the same time. So you can pick which one you guys want to add people to. And then as far as Success Club, so we are talking about that this week on the call, but I wanted to recognize everybody who already has points. So we have a lot of people already with points on the board. Rachel has 2 points, and this might be a little outdated if you guys have done something the last day or two. I can only see, what's in the back office. So Rachel has 2, Vanessa has 2 points, and then Joseph Perez, which, Rachel, is that her husband? Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to make sure before I announced it. Vanessa's husband's account has 2 points as well, so she's done 2 points in each. So awesome, Vanessa. Liza Jeffcoat has 2 points, so that's awesome. That's her first challenge pack sell. So congratulations, Liza. Really proud of you. I actually didn't even know about it until I was looking in the back office. I was like, oh my gosh! So congratulations, Liza. And then Judy has 4 points. So she's really close. And then I have 2 points as well. So congratulations to everybody who has points, Success Club points, and we are going to be talking about that. And then I'll announce the Coach of the Week at the end. So this week we're going to be talking about Success Club and Success Club points and how you keep pushing through the end of the month. First of all, what is Success Club? I know there's a lot of new coaches on our team, and you might have heard the term before. You're probably like, what is that thing that they keep talking about? So Rachel, do you mind explaining what it is, so I'm not the only one talking?
Sorry, you caught me off guard.
It's fine. I was going to say, do you mind explaining what Success Club is for the new people? Just so
Sure.
Before we get
Success Club is when you help at least 3 people get started on their health and fitness journey with a challenge pack. It's 2 points for a challenge pack with Shakeology, and then it's 1 point for just Shakeology, but it has to be on Home Direct. So if they order Shakeology one time, it doesn't count, but if they order it on Home Direct, then that counts as 1 point. And then Success Club 5 is the first goal you're trying to reach, and then Success Club 10 is the next goal you're trying to reach.
Awesome. And then when you hit Success Club, what happens?
You get prizes.
Awesome. Yeah. And every month it's something different. So they announce at the beginning of the month what it's going to be. So do you remember what it is this month?
Yeah, it's a webinar with Brian Tracy, who is a really popular personal development author. So that's going to be really exciting. What popular book did he write?
Eat That Frog.
Eat That Frog, that's right. And that was really, really good. I really liked that one.
Yeah.
But also I wanted to say also with Success Club, depending on your rank, you get free customers. So that's also another reason to try and hit Success Club.
Yep. And then you also make a minimum of $150 in commissions. So minimum meaning if they got the cheapest pack and signed up with that. And then also it depends on how they sign up. If they sign up as a customer or as a coach, it's kind of different. But minimum of what they could sign up with, you make a minimum of $150 in commissions. So that's really sweet. And then it also sets you up for the next month because those people are automatically put on Shakeology Home Direct, so it's going to be shipped to them. So if those people don't cancel their reorders, then they're going to be reordering that, and then you get a commission the next month, and then the next month. So it's a matter of building your business. So that's really why everybody who's a serious coach needs to hit Success Club, because it really lays that foundation for you. So if it wasn't for Success Club, to be completely honest, I wouldn't be pushing myself every month. I'd be like, I'm busy, I don't have time. Rank, I'd probably go for that a little bit, but because I have a, hit Success Club no matter what goal, I always push for it, and I always find 3 people every month. And doing that is what's laid the foundation for my business and helped me to grow and grow and grow and grow. If it wasn't for that, then I would be kind of floundering, like, what am I supposed to be doing? So that's why Beachbody sets that up. You can also earn really cool things like the Success Club trips. They go on cruises, and you pay for that with your business. So when you do hit Success Club in your business, and you get cruise dollars, you get to pay off your cruise with that. So if you do enough in your business Success Club wise in the year where you're trying to pay off your cruise, you can pay for the whole thing with just hitting Success Club. So it's nothing out of pocket. You get to go on this pretty much free trip. You just have to get there. So it's pretty cool that you can do things like that. So really awesome. So we're going to talk about why or how you hit Success Club at the end of the month, because here we are, it's the last week of the month. Everybody has, there's a couple of people who have points, but nobody on our team's actually hit Success Club, not even me. And we all have time though. So when it comes down to the wire, what do you do when you're wanting to hit Success Club? So that's really what I wanted to talk about, because I have been there. Rachel's been there. A lot of us have been there where it's down to the wire, where it's like the 31st of the month, and you're like, oh my gosh, can I do it? Should I keep trying? So really, what is, how do you do that? The first thing I wanted to mention is that you really have to have that goal set. So if you don't care about hitting Success Club, you're not going to do it. I went about 2 years of being a coach where I didn't care about Success Club. I wasn't trying to do it. Guess what? I never hit Success Club because I wasn't trying, and I didn't care, and I had no idea if anyone even ordered anything from me. And guess what happened to my business? It stayed right here. I was an Emerald coach for 2 years doing absolutely nothing. I was just paying for my own Shakeology, and that was it, which is good, which is fine if your goal is, just to do that, which was my goal. But if you have a goal of actually building a successful business, it's not going to get you very far. So you have to have that goal. So if you have a goal of hitting Success Club, you are going to reach it much better if you don't have the goal. So set the goal to hit Success Club. And my goal is no matter what, hit Success Club. So when it gets to be about this time of the month and I'm sitting here going, I haven't hit Success Club yet, panic time. It gets down to the wire, and I honestly am doing this call for me because I'm like, panic mode. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna set it down for you and tell you what it is that you can do, that I do, that I've been able to do every time this happens, because we all start at 0 Success Club points at the very beginning of the month. Everyone from the top coach to the brand new coach is starting at 0, clean slate, ground 0. You have to start at 0. So we all are in the same spot. So what we do with that is up to us. So Rachel, do you want to tell us about a time when you hit Success Club? and you didn't think you could, or you were going to.
Yeah, actually, there was a time where when I first signed up as a coach, I was going for Success Starters. And you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like 2 years ago. So Success Starters, if you don't know, it's when you hit Success Club for the first 3 months of your business, like first 3 months that you start working the business. So I hit it the first month, I hit it the second month, and the third month I was 2 points away on the last day. 2 points. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I was panicking because I wanted to get the Success Starters. I wanted to get the free ticket to Summit. So I was like messaging people left and right, and I ended up begging my brother, who was interested but didn't really have the money. So I bought the challenge pack for him, and he paid me back like 2 days later. So I did what I had to do to get that goal, but I got it. But I went to my brother like that was the last resort. So after messaging everybody and nobody was ready, I should say. Nobody was ready right then to do it. So, but I did it. I got it. I got my free ticket. I went to Summit. It was awesome. So you can do it if you push.
Yes, exactly. And Mary was saying, and I recall Rachel didn't have a lot of support in her business at that point from her husband, which is true. Yeah, her husband wasn't really happy. She did overcome a lot of obstacles. She had a lot going on, and was working full time. So, on top of all that. So yeah, so that was definitely a time where she was like, I don't know if I can do this, and she was messaging me being like, oh my gosh, it's down to the wire. I'm so close. I don't know if I can do it. And I'm like, come on, Rachel, you can do it. So a big point of hitting Success Club is when you get into those moments of self-doubt is to reach out to somebody, whether it's your coach, your friend, your success partner, just another person on our team, our whole team, post it in the team group thing. Be like, I'm having trouble here. I'm trying so hard. I'm doing all this stuff. I don't know if I can do it. Just hearing people believe in you helps a ton. So one of the things that I've heard before is that when you don't have belief in yourself, believe in other people's belief in you. So you have to just kind of trust that, yes, they know what they're talking about. They believe that I can do it. So I'm going to believe that too. And you have to kind of prove to yourself that you can do it. So at this point, so I started to hit Success Club regularly about 2 years ago. And so it's been now 26 months that I've gotten the points. Notice the points of hitting Success Club every month. I didn't get Success Club 1 month just because I didn't have some of the requirements. I didn't realize you needed HD PV, so you have to be on HD. I just got PV, I didn't get HD PV, and I didn't realize that. So I didn't hit Success Club, and I broke my streak. However, I have found at least 3 people to help for 26 months in a row. So at this point, when they announce the Success Club prizes for the month, I'm like, awesome, that's what I'm going to get this month, because I have the confidence that I can do it. I have a track record. I can look backwards and be like, okay, I hit Success Club all of these months. And these months, some of these months were hard. I can tell you that this May of last year was probably the hardest month I have ever hit Success Club. And I was going for Success Club 10. I had this goal, Success Club 10, no matter what. And I was throwing up all month. Like, I was pregnant. I was so sick. I remember being on the phone call and trying my best not to throw up during the phone call. And then I'd get off the phone and I'd go throw up. And then I'd be like, okay, I have to find somebody else to talk to. And I'm trying to message people as I'm like dying on the couch. It was hard. And I hit Success Club on the 31st of the month at like 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. And I just bawled. I cried my eyes out. My husband's like, what is going on over there? He thought I was losing it. I'm like, because I had this goal that I was going to hit it. And gosh darn it, I was going to do it no matter what. And that's the attitude you have to have. And that was my hardest month, the absolute hardest month I have ever reached for it and hit it. And I wanted it bad, obviously, because I was going to do it no matter what. But I look at that month and be like, okay, like right now where I'm sitting at 2 Success Club points, and I've been pushing the last few weeks, and everyone's saying no. People say no to me too, believe it or not. And it's hard, and I've got all these self-doubts in my head, like, oh my gosh, I only have a week. I don't know if I can do this. Guess what? I can look at this time last month where I was pushing as hard as I possibly could. Like, if I could do it then, gosh darn it, I can do it now. What are my excuses now? Not nearly as bad as then, So having something to reference back to helps a ton. So you need to do that. You kind of push yourself to the point where you're like, okay, this wasn't nearly as bad as that, and if I could do it then, I can do it now. So having that track record does help. But as a new coach, you have to establish that track record. You have to be like, okay, I'm going to do this no matter what, and you have to believe in yourself, or your coach's belief in you that you can do it, because there's nothing saying that you guys can't do this. Everybody can reach Success Club. Everybody. This is something that the business or the Beachbody company has put out for everybody to do. Nobody is, immune to how hard it can be, but it is worth it. And if you are going to be serious, this is something that you need to do. Let's see here. There's some talking to a lot more people definitely does help. So it really is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more chances are that people are going to say yes. Generally, 1 in 10 say yes. So if you have to hit Success Club and find 3 people, you have to talk to at least 30 people. So it really is one of those things that you just have to sit down and just do it. Just message a bunch of people, send out invites. I get to this point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to send out 20, and I'll sit down and I'll do it. And it's scary at first, but then you kind of get to where like, I'm just going to send it out. And then, what's funny is that when all those people come back and a lot of people say no, it doesn't hurt as bad because they're all like, oh, no, I'm not interested. But you're like, hey, I have all these messages I'm still waiting to hear back from. So when you only send out 1, they say no, it's kind of like, oh, man. But if you send out a ton, it's like, no big deal. You have all these other people that you're talking to. So just send out a bunch of stuff, and then people, it really won't hurt as much, I promise. So do you have something to add, Rachel?
I was going to say another thing to do is to go back. I know Angie's really good about filling out the Go for No sheets. And I know that she goes back and looks at the old Go for No sheets, the people that she's talked to, the people who weren't ready at that time. And she reaches out to them. Yeah. So she reaches out to them at the end of the month when she's struggling for points. And that, I know you've had a little bit of success with that when you go back and follow up with those people. So it's really important to keep track of who you're talking to, what the conversation is about, whether they're interested and not ready, or whether they're just flat out not interested at all.
Yeah, exactly. So we do have this Go for No sheet in the Team Aspire files. So if you want to print it out, what I love about it is that there's little spaces to put people's names. So I was just looking at this one. Pete's name's right here. I'm like, oh, he said yes. It's kind of fun to look back and see like who's actually done it and who said no. And I actually have a X through his name right there because he said no at that point. So that I don't have the date on here, so I don't know when that was, but obviously before he joined. So people are going to say no, and they're going to say no, and they're going to say no, and eventually they're going to say yes. So you just have to keep inviting them and stay on top of it, because people will say, oh, maybe later, I'm busy with school, maybe in the summer. You just keep following up with them. It really makes a difference. And you ask them once, they're going to say no, and they're never going to say yes because you've never invited them again. So that's definitely a good point. Thanks. Do you have something else?
Yeah, I was going to say you can also ask the people who you are currently working with, or anybody who has bought a challenge pack from you in the past, ask them if they have anybody who might be interested. Like, ask for referrals, because if they've gotten results with the program, they're happy with that, then they might be able to refer some people to you. And then we can always do the refer 3, get yours free angle too. So ask all your current coaches, hey, do you want to get your Shakeology for free? Can you find 3 people, and do that way. And if they don't want to work the business or anything like that, and then they might actually be okay with them signing up under you. I've had people say that to me. No, I don't want to work the business. So just let them sign up under you. So you never know.
Yeah. So true. So, so that's I think a big thing. You just have to kind of have the belief in yourself. You have to just sit down and just make yourself do it. Because honestly, I never want to sit down and message anybody ever. That's not something I'm like, yay, I get to contact a bunch of people today to see if they want to join my challenge. Like, that's never on my mind. But I love to work with people and I love to talk to people. It's just hard to, it's really scary. It's still scary for me to send out messages to people. You just have to kind of do it. Make yourself do it, because if it's important, you'll just have to do it. And then, be very systematic about it. So if you only have 10 minutes, sit down and do it for 10 minutes and don't be distracted. Like, turn off your news feed, put your phone away, just say, I'm going to sit down. And that's what I told my kids today. I was like, take the baby, go sit outside on the porch. I need 10 minutes so I can message people because I've got a lot going on and I only have 10 minutes before our team call. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, I probably sent out like 6 messages. But those are 6 messages. Those are 6 potential people saying yes. So whatever time you do have, seize it, use it wisely, and just make sure that you're being very systematic about it. So those are some of the things I wanted to say. Did you have anything to add, Rachel? Judy just joined us. She's been doing great about Success Club points. Did you have anything that you wanted to add about how you've been able to push yourself to hit Success Club? And you've been really close so many months in a row.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's been so close, and I push hard. Like you said, like I just caught the last bit of your, just take that moment. Like if I'm sitting for 5 minutes waiting for somebody to get down the field to give them their meal, whatever it is, I just quickly send a message or say, hey, and make it a meaningful message. Like if it's like, I don't know, I have certain people I've been talking to for a while, or then I'll kind of choose them because we've been in contact already. So it's kind of like, hey, I've really got this challenge coming up. We've been talking about it. Would you be interested? And I kind of pick those people instead of, say, someone I haven't talked to for a year, and it's kind of like restarting a conversation. So you do have to take more time to sit and message back and forth, and versus somebody who you've been talking to for a while. So I kind of like, who can I quick message that it's going to really impact the most of my time,
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's the reason why it's important to, be talking to people constantly, because you don't want to be like, oh darn, it's the 30th of the month and I've got to hit Success Club, and hey, I haven't talked to you for 3 years, but so it really does help. So
Judy, I wanted to say, like, when you talk to those people, because you've been so close every month, so when you talk to those people, ask every single one of those people that you're talking to, even if they're not ready, or if they do join, whatever, ask every single one of them, do you know anybody else I can talk to who is interested, who might be interested? Ask every single one. All they can do is say no.
It's true.
That's a good idea. I do many times forget to say that. I'm like, okay, problem,
Yeah. Cool. And you can sometimes switch your approach. So this is what I've done twice today. So this one lady, she messaged me a couple months ago. I'm interested in Shakeology. What's it all about? And then she stopped answering me. Happens, right? And so yesterday I sent her a message. Hey, I'm still interested in it. I have a group starting soon. I'd love for you to join. Basic message. She's like, no, I've been pretty successful in losing weight the last 9 weeks, and I've lost 20 pounds, which I'm like, wow, good job. She's like, I don't think I need it anymore. So then I sent her a message. I was like, hey, you don't actually need this only for weight loss. And I kind of gave her examples of what my husband used it for, blah, 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 blah. Like, it will help you with lack of energy, food cravings, are these things that you struggle with, because this is something for everybody, not just for weight loss. And she's like, oh, so, kind of switching your approach, like maybe they're interested in for this, but now things have changed, that might help too. I actually also had a case where somebody was interested in workouts, and then she's like, no, I decided I want to train for a marathon. I'm running outside every day. I'm like, okay, no problem. And so then I approached her as, hey, it sounds like you're very self-motivated. I'm looking for people like that on my team. Would you ever consider coaching? So switch gears, so kind of think about like, well, they said no about this, but maybe they'll be interested in this, so that a no over here might turn into a yes over here. So kind of think about it in a different way. Even though she said no to me about the workouts, well, she might still be interested in being a coach, so you just never know what. And the more no's you get, the closer you'll get to a yes, right? So one thing I did want to share with you guys. So like I said, a lot of this is mindset. It's your belief in yourself. And so kind of erase all those self-doubts. Like I said, I woke up this morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the 24th of the month. I'm at 2 Success Club points. Panic. Can I do this? I'm like, no, Angie, gosh dang it, you can do it. So I turned on one of my favorite speakers. I've said it a million times, Les Brown. And I was listening to this, and he has this way of saying something, and I had to share it with you guys because you have to hear it for yourself, because I can't do it justice. But he talks about how you have to be hungry for your goals. So you set a goal, you have to be hungry for it. And he says it in this way, and I had to share. So let me turn up my volume here. But whenever I get into that mode where I'm like, oh my gosh, can I do this? And, I really want to hit this bad, that kind of thing. I just hear his voice in my head and I hear him saying, you gotta be hungry. So yeah, I had to share. So let me see. Can you hear that? You can't hear it? No. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, he said, you gotta be hungry. What?
Sounds jumbled.
Okay, so he goes, gotta be hungry, and that's the way he says it. So I'll have to share the YouTube video. It's a YouTube video. I'll have to share it in the group. But I always hear his voice in my head. So whatever it is that you want to hear in your head is, me saying you can do it, go, 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 or, your husband saying it, or you say it to yourself. Have something that you can listen to when you're getting to those moments, because it really does help a ton. It will really push you. So I'm feeling much better this evening. I'm like, yes, I can do it. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do it. So I'm putting it out there, guys. I'm sitting at 2 Success Club points. I am going to hit Success Club this month. Judy, I know you have 4. Rachel, I know you have 2. A lot of people have 0. Guess what? We have plenty of time to hit Success Club. It is not over until it's over. So when it is 11:59 on the 31st, then you can say, oh, okay, throw in the towel. But I promise you, if you quit on like the 28th and you're like, oh, it's getting close, I don't think I can do it, you haven't pushed yourself to the end, and who knows, you could have hit Success Club and you gave up. So don't give up, push yourself to the very end, and even if you don't, you will go out of this month knowing you did the best that you could, and you will not have that self-guilt of being like, oh, dang, I gave up. That is the worst feeling. I think that's worse than not doing it, is to give up and not even give yourself a chance. So have that belief. Go ahead and push yourself. You can do it. Does anyone have anything else to add or questions, any of that? No? You guys are awesome. I'm so proud of our team. We're doing amazing. Just having all of you guys have Success Club Point is huge. It used to be just me who cared. So it's nice to see that you guys all care too. So if you guys need any help, have any questions, post it in the groups. Send me a message, send your coach a message. I'd love to hear from you guys. And Mary says,